Hi everybody, it's Lori Wetzel here, and it's time for the next installment of Tech Tip Tuesdays. And this week I'm going to focus on a tool called Animoto. Animoto is a tool that will create videos and presentations, and it's a great tool for digital storytelling. And you will find Animoto at animoto.com/education. Until I was doing a little more research, I didn't even realize that Animoto had an education account available. So you want to make sure you go to the education site versus the public site that is available to everyone else. I have logged into this site today so you can see that it's welcoming me by name. You, of course, are going to have to go in to create a free account. There's an area here I want you to pay particular attention to, and it has to do with unlimited videos for educators. Because you are an educator, you can apply for a free Animoto education account or an Animoto Plus account for use in your classroom. This account lasts for 6 months, but from what I can tell, as soon as your 6 months are up, you resubmit your application and you are able to continue with that Plus account. With your Plus account, you get a subscription code that allows you to create up to 50 Animoto accounts for students, which is great news. And as soon as you do apply for this Animoto account, you will receive an email providing you all the details necessary to get you started, setting up your students' accounts. You get a personal promotion code, and it does give you some information about the Animoto for Education terms of use that I encourage you to take a look at. If you're wondering what this Animoto Plus account entails, I'm going to go over here to plans and pricing and compare the plans. With the light or free account, if you don't sign up for the free subscription, the upgrade, you're only allowed 30-second videos and your plan details are very, very limited. If you sign up for the Plus account as an educator, that is not $5 per month, that is free. You get unlimited full-length movies, which is a great perk. And one of the other perks I want to point out to you is that with the Lite, you are not able to actually download your video that you create to the computer. You are able to do that with the Animoto Plus account. So I encourage you to please take a look and make sure you apply for that Plus account. I'm going to go back to the home screen of Animoto and share a few details with you here. Animoto, like I said, is a tool that you can use to create videos and presentations. And one of the things that's nice about it is you focus on the content and the narrative, and Animoto will analyze your music, photos, and video clips and put together a presentation that looks professional and custom. I would encourage you to take a look here at the bottom that shows you examples of how educators are using Animoto in the classroom. This civil rights presentation in particular I thought was pretty powerful and a really good example of how our students could be using this in the classroom. So I'm not going to show the whole thing because obviously you can watch it on your own time. But this is a mixture of digital images, it's a mixture of PowerPoint slides that have been exported as images, it's a mixture of digital images that have been saved off of the internet, and text. And with the music in the background, it really tells a pretty powerful story and is a great way to put together a very polished looking video or presentation without having to edit every little piece together. It does the work for you. I'm going to go ahead and quit out of this presentation, and I'm going to click on Create a Video. And when you are doing this for the first time, you will be given the option to view an Animoto video tutorial to learn the basics. This isn't my first time in here, so it did not offer me that option, but it was a short little 2.5-minute video, really gave a great overview of how it works, and I would encourage you to watch that. Creating an Animoto video is really truly a step-by-step process. So the first thing you're given is the option to choose the style for your video, and any of them labeled Pro, you're not a Pro user, so you won't be able to use those. You're an Animoto Plus account. So I'm going to choose this retro wheel, which is kind of a fun little play on a toy some of us had when we were kids, and I'm going to click on Create Video. Once you've chosen your style, you have the option to move on and choose your images and your videos that you want to put into your presentation. Now you can choose images. We've chosen our style, so that's done. I'm going to click on Music, and one of the nice things about Animoto is it actually has a music library that is available, and you can choose songs that are built right into the website. If you have an MP3 version of a song, you can upload your own instead. So you have lots of options here. So if I, for instance, I'm going to choose Travel, and I'm going to choose this one right here. And you can listen to it by clicking on it. So A Night in the Park is my music for my video. I have the option now to add pictures and videos. You can choose pictures from, depending upon where you're at. If you're on your teacher computer, this obviously wouldn't apply to students, and you have pictures in your Facebook account, you could pull them from there or any of these different Web 2.0 services. You can upload your own pictures and videos that are saved locally on your computer or a flash drive or wherever they happen to be. For the sake of simplicity with showing you how this works, they have an image library and a footage library. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Travel since I chose music that went along with travel. And again, I'm just going to select a bunch of these pictures. This overall product isn't going to make a whole lot of sense, but it'll do the job. I'm holding down the Shift key so that when I click on them, I'm selecting multiple photos at once. So I'm going to select all of these photos and I'm going to say add 8 items. And it is going to add all of these images at once. And you can very easily, kind of like Photo Story, kind of drag them back and forth and order them in whatever way you want. And you have this option to give Spotlight a try where you can actually keep a specific picture longer. These are advanced options I encourage you to try out. You also have the option to add videos. It doesn't have to be still photos. So think about next year and think about having an iPad that has both a camera and a video camera on it. You could have students actually taking their own videos and then creating a polished final product out of something with Animoto. So I'm going to go back to Travel, and I'm going to go to this footage right here of Paris. And I'm going to click on Add the Item. So this is actually video footage that now has been added in to my Animoto. Last but not least, you have the option to add text. As far as I can tell at this point, you do not have the option to add text over an image. It is more so kind of like headings in between the pictures. So I'll say my trip to Paris, it was great. And again, this final product isn't going to make a lot of sense, but you'll get the idea. I'm going to throw that in there and throw that at the end. And there is my video. That is all there is to it. One thing worth mentioning that I learned in the tutorial was that if you have more images in your timeline than the music allows, it will cut off based on the music. So you want to make sure you watch for that. There are some advanced settings here, and you can actually click on this little wheel. You can decide what kind of pacing you want for your images. You want them going really fast or really slow, or right in between. And you also have the option to not necessarily start the music at the beginning. You can choose which part of the music you want to start with. So again, once you get to using the site, you kind of click around and see what kind of options are possible. Last but not least, I'm going to go to produce video, and it is going to save the project, and it's going to take a little bit of time to do that in order to create the video. It tells me that it's producing the video, and because this is web-based, you don't actually have to stay on the website. It emails you to let you know that your website is ready. Okay, so the video is ready, and it gives me the option to take a look at it. So here we go. You will notice that when the video within the video came up, the music in the background did soften to allow you to hear the audio from the video itself. And then we move on to sharing. You have the option to share directly on Facebook. Of course, that would be for a more personal use of this website. You have the option to download the video, and it is going to download, I believe, in an M4V format. And as we move toward our new platform next year, that is probably going to be the platform of choice. Depending upon how you are using it this year, your solution for sharing may differ. You also have the option to share it. You can copy the link. You can embed the code like you can so many other Web 2.0 tools. You have the option to export the video. And again, what you want to do with this final video, or what the students want to do with this final video, will depend very strongly on where you're at in the year, what device you're using, and if you have any questions or need recommendations, please feel free to contact me. I will also mention that Animoto is also a free iPad app. It works in very much the same way as it does on the web, so that will be something to also keep in mind for next year. That's Animoto. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Have a great week.